Well, hello there, interwebs. I am the Wynd, and this is Guild Wars 2, the Mesmer. Mesmer is a very interesting and diverse possible scholar profession in Guild Wars 2. Mesmer is actually one of my favourite things to play as there's lots of ways we can go, even with the same build. Here, today, we'll be talking about the four main themes of the Mesmer, and we'll be bringing it all off with one of my favourites, which would be Chaos. Chaos is centralized around the idea of inflicting lots of conditions upon foes and buffs upon allies. Now, one thing to be noted about Chaos is that it never really affects a single target just once. It always has to affect at least two people at once, and I love that about it. It's very alive, very diverse, and make sure everyone's involved in everybody's plan. It starts off with the Winds of Chaos, a very useful ranged attack that bounces up to two targets. First it hits your original target, and then it bounces to one additional person, whoever's close by. If it is an enemy, it will inflict a condition upon your foe and that enemy. If it's an ally, it'll still inflict a condition upon the foe, but the ally will actually get a random boon. Real helpful technique. Bounce yourself around, dodge around, get close enough to get infected by the bounce, then dodge away. It's a very versatile skill to have. This purpley armor thing you're seeing is called Chaos Armor. You notice how I moved in real close to that? That's because Chaos Armor, when inflicted upon the foe, or not inflicted upon the foe, when inflicted upon yourself and you move into immediate range of a foe, will keep pumping you with buffs while inflicting conditions on your rival. As you saw, we also used an AoE field. The cool thing about Chaos AoE fields is that if you perform a movement skill, like teleporting away or something, while you have that AoE field up, it'll put Chaos Army on you. And then the AoE field's natural thing is to keep pumping conditions and buffing yourself with foods. And that is victory for Chaos. Anyway, the next theme we have to talk about would have to be the thing that's most well known for Mesmers, and that would be Illusionary. The ability to summon illusions. Illusions come in two forms, clones and phantasms. Clones are exact copies of yourself as far as their appearance is concerned, but unfortunately inflict no damage. Phantasms are a little bit different. First of all, let me give you a quick demonstration of clones. I'll just toss this clone out. Boom, a little bit of damage for summoning the clone, but that's about it. Notice how he A, quickly dispatched the thing, and then B, it dealt no actual damage to him. That's because it's a clone. What I just summoned there is a phantasm. This one's a defensive one, so it's not dealing very much damage, it's more absorbing damage. But the key thing about phantasms, especially with this pistol one that you're going to be seeing in just kind of lost my train of thought there. But I don't even remember. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're talking about phantasms and clones. Oh, see there, our phantasms are shooting and it's inflicting what's just blah. Now, as you can see, I've got a bunch of clones going on right here, over there. They can't really do any much function, but then, boom! I use a shatter skill and inflict a whole bunch of confusion. Mesmers come equipped with 4 different kinds of shatter skills, and with a shatter skill, destroys all of your current phantasms and clones, of which you only have 3 at a time, and upon activation, they'll all go away, and then you can inflict something upon your foe, or, in a very rare case, inflict something upon yourself, but that's for later information. And what's up? 2-0 from player to warrior guy. Alright, so our third theme we're going to bring up today is, well, not a theme I myself am very useful at, and as a result, my gameplay experience may falter, but it's still a very important thing, and lots of people like to use it, and that is mantras. Where a traditional skill, you activate it, and then you wait some time, and then you activate it. Mantras sort of do this in reverse. Observe as now I start charging my mantras. I have to take time to charge each one to have several casts of a mantra readied. These special little spell circles indicate that a mantra is these various mantras are being readied. Now all of my mantras are readied, and I can charge myself into combat and use the mantras at instant speed. There I am standing above him, and boom! He receives some damage without me even touching him at instant speed thanks to my damage mantra. Now observe him showing off his hammer skills, and he is about to attack. Boom! Interruption. He can't even attack me, because I've interrupted him with a mantra. Now I'm charging my damage mantra back up in the middle of combat because I've used up all my casts of it. And now I'm a little bit low on health, so I'll quickly use my health mantra to quickly invest me with a little bit of health. And then if this guy knocks me down, I can use my stability mantra to bring myself right back up at instant speed. I think I'm not getting a demonstration. There. Just boom, I'm back up. While using mantras, you want to kind of dodge around your foes and keep charging up mantras when you can. It's not exactly a very effective build for my personal playstyle, as taking the time to charge a skill in the middle of combat isn't really my kind of thing. I'm very upfront, in your face. And yeah, that's not really what I want to do. God, get me bastard. Alright. As you can see, I pretty much lost control of that fight. Couldn't really do that very well. What can be said? I felt it wasn't my sort of thing. At any rate, the final thing we have to bring today is evasion skills, and in general, just dodging around and being a badass. Yeah, you thought thieves were the ones who could teleport around and be invisible? You were wrong. So for this one, let's just whip out our sword and let this guy know that we don't like him very much. Hey you. Stop the guard! Oh, what you gonna do? Gonna get me? Gonna get me, big boy? Gonna get me? Nope, I'm over here. Blink teleportation. This guy's clearly ticked at me, so I better just make a hasty retreat and I'm just gone. Magical teleportation. And note to self, don't walk through the veil of invisibility again, because apparently that makes you visible again. Not with my best move. He comes at me, I use my torch to boosh. Invisibility is a very nice thing to be able to use in large groups of enemies that you just want to walk past, and what you saw just there was mass invisibility, which actually affects everyone in your area, so you can make an entire team invisible with that skill. And sometimes people are just following you around, you just teleport away to avoid them completely. Now I'm going to try and use some combat along with evasion, but unfortunately I'm taking a little bit too much damage for showcasing the evasion skills to really take this guy down. Probably should have thought myself a little bit more through. As well as I'm completely underhanded, and this boy is probably going to have a field day with my life total, as he did right there. See, if I was using my mantras, I'd be able to break out of that right away. Hindsight. Well, maybe I can still make it up. Nope. Well, may as well not wimp out and just teleport it away, because I did kind of wimp out there. Still, may as well give him his moment of glory. After all, I got 2 of mine. I suppose this makes us tired, doesn't it? That's rather no explanation. I don't like you, Mr. Warrior. I will tell you what. Just for this, just for the fact that we're tired, I'll give you a little tiebreaker. You ready? I'm gonna go in, and we're gonna have one last fight, and the winner will be considered the best person in the universe. Alright? And no feeling angry about it. So, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and oh my god, you're a chicken! I guess that makes me the winner. Poultry! Ouch. Well, yep, that was the Mesmer. Thank you all so very much for watching. As I said before, I'm the Wynd, and this was Guild Wars 2 The Mesmer. A real wild card of the Guild Wars 2 mentality. Mesmers can easily provide group healers, they can provide evasion for the entire party, they can buff everyone, they can weaken tons of enemies, or if you feel like charging yourself and just being, a badass, you can do that too. I'm chock full of evasion skills, some nice mantras, a little bit of knockdown, that sort of thing, and Mesmers are good to go, soloing just about anything on your very own lonesome. If you like this video, be sure to like it, all that sort of thing, and check out the description for a good friend of mine, who also, Dreamer, who also does videos like this, but his are much more well done. Thank you so much, and I hope the rest of you have a very windy day.